This whole Spanish man comes to me here with no mask on, y'all. I literally jumped up, put my hand in his chest, pushed his ass back. You started it. And whatever you decide to start, you gonna get back whatever you gonna get back. How about that? Tashana Tribe, TIA Marketplace. It's your fave, Rita Mavunda. So, like I said, I think today I've just been in a storytelling mood. You know, like sometimes you're working and you're like, you don't want to look at a computer, you don't want to look at any of this nonsense. And, you know, you just want to talk to the people, right? I just want to hear what y'all are saying. And, you know, I like to give it to you guys honest, open, and real. I probably don't sugarcoat a lot of things, which sometimes gets me in trouble. But overall, I'd rather live a life of honesty than to sit here and say something just to make you happy, right? So one of the things I definitely do not like about being here is how, like, some of the way that, like, people who are not African speak to Africans. It really, really bothers me. Obviously, as Americans, we are pretty loud, we're pretty vocal, especially with now just really being open and honest and understanding that, you know, Blacks, we are being treated differently and we're tired of it, we're sick of it, and just get yourselves together, especially because everybody wants somebody Black. Everybody wants to take everything from us, but they don't never want to give nobody credit, right? And Africa ain't no different. Half these phones are made from stuff right here from next door, DRC, Congo, and it's trash, right? You're definitely like, look, I'm like half Indian, I'm half African. I have been coming to Kenya from like the 80s, right? Like I've been coming out here for years, right? And when I was younger coming out here, especially being in Indian houses, ooh, sometimes these Indians talk reckless. Yeah. I have an uncle here and he's always like, you always pick and choose when you are what you are. Sometimes you want to be an Indian. Sometimes you want to be African. I'm going to be whatever I want to be. How about that? How about that? And, you know, like when I was a kid, I used to get into fights with my aunts and uncles all the time, right? Because I also speak an Indian language, Gujarati. And, you know, a lot of guys out here, they don't speak, right? Like, unless you're Gujarati, you don't really see Africans speaking Gujarati here, right? And for those of y'all who speak other languages, I mean, you know how it is. You're going to talk shit about somebody in another language. It is what it is, right? But it's one of those, like, if you get cussed in a language that you don't understand, I don't care. Call me whatever you want to, right? But if I understand you, I mean, we going to have a problem, right? One of my real issues out here is just kind of how, like, people talk and how they are, right? Like, I remember when I was a kid, I remember being at one of my aunt's house, and she's still a trash bag to this day. She sucks. She is so full of herself, and it's just like, all you did was marry rich, girl. Like, what else have you done? You shat out some babies and you got married. Bravo, bravo. Anyways, I remember they were all just clucking around in their little cluck hen circle. And it's like, oh, these workers, they're so like this, they're so this. And in my mind, I was like, and then I remember I said it. I was like, if y'all don't like it, do it yourself, right? Like, if you don't want somebody in your stuff, if you don't want somebody around you, just do it yourself, right? I hear it a lot with like my little nieces and nephews sometimes how they speak, and you know that they're getting it from the house. And so I have taken it upon myself that while I am out and I see injustices that I do not agree with, I'ma say something, right? See something, say something. Remember that? See something, say something. And call me what you want, I don't really care. But maybe this is just from being a public defender for so many years. Maybe it's been like a little Indian, you know, a little half African kid in an Indian house dealing with these people saying wild shit to you all the time. But I'm gonna say something. Okay, I'm gonna say something. I've definitely been to like a lot of hotels out here where sometimes like the way you see like Chinese people, like non-English speaking, like full on Chinaman people talking to like Africans who are like feeding them, where it's like, no please, no thank you, just do this, do that, go like that. I was at a hotel one time where I grabbed this man and I said, sir, it's enough. And I know he was shook because he was like, oh God, what is happening? And I was like, you cannot talk to people like that. And then right when we're in the middle of it, here comes this little raggedy little son and same talk. And I was like, nope. So now, you know, like the guy behind who's serving us, he's looking at me, he's looking at them. I was like, fam, I got this. And I was like, y'all need to apologize. And the guy's like flustered. Oh, I don't know what you say. You know what I'm talking about. You know what rude is. Rude is rude. And you don't need to be talking like that. Grabbed his ass up. He apologized. You know, I had another event like last year. You know, I like solo vacations, right? I like going out. I like being able to just kind of, you know, get some time to myself, right? Like for me, that's like real self-care. Like get out of here, go somewhere new, go by myself and just chill and just be by myself. It really helps me think. It really helps me just focus and figure out what I want, right? So anyways, I was out here in Aberdares National Park. And some of these hotels out here, guys, are fire. Like fire, right? Like this hotel, we were like right in the middle of the bush. And it's just, it's beautiful, right? Like you're just sitting there. You'll have baby elephants coming up to you. They're like right there in front. Like I even had, imagine y'all, I was drinking my coffee in the morning. I had a whole man baboon come and just show me his erect penis. Like that's what a woman wants to see early in the morning. And I was like, huh, funny, right? Men are men, it doesn't matter, right? They're all animals. Dun-dun-dun. Anyways, I was at this hotel, and one of these hotels, it's right inside the bush, right? And you have signs everywhere. Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Why? Because the animals are right there, right? Like I'm gonna post a little photo so you guys can really see what I'm talking about, right? So I'm downstairs minding my business. I got my beer, I got my tunes on earphones, right? Because it says be quiet. I'm reading my book, I'm hanging, whatever. And here comes, girl, this whole family from Spain. And it must have been like 8 or 9 of them. Now I'm all the way at the bottom of the hotel, minding my business. It's quiet. These guys descend down and it's just, I grew up in Miami, y'all. I speak Spanish. So I'm listening to them. Now, mind you, they're talking loud enough that I can hear you over my headphones, right? So I ain't saying nothing. Then finally I pulled my headphones to the side. Excuse me, but please, can you keep it down, right? Can you just like keep it down just like a little bit? Like there's signs everywhere. And the dad's like, oh yeah, whatever. All right, cool, whatever. And then some time passes and they're just still not stopping, right? And so I might have huffed and puffed a little bit just to convey my disappointment that they are not adhering to the rules, right? And then I said, you know what, Rita, you out here by yourself. Why don't you just go find one of these managers and let the manager talk to another man and let men folk talk amongst themselves to like, you know, be like whatever, right? So I go upstairs, go get the manager, come down in the back, sit back down, go back to my reading. 5 minutes later, the manager comes down. Now I hear him speaking to the guy, like the main dad in Spanish. Hey, listen, can you keep it down? Blah, blah, blah. So now y'all ready for this? I'm reading my book, all right? Reading my book, got my beer over here. Y'all, this Spanish man came up to me here, y'all, here, okay? And we in COVID, okay? We are in full-blown COVID, all right? I'm over there. The reason why I was over there, because I didn't want nobody around me, okay? This whole Spanish man comes to me here with no mask on, y'all. So it's just all here, droplets. Here. I was like, this ain't no library. You don't need to be here. Y'all, I literally jumped up. I put my hand in his chest. Boom! Pushed his ass back. I said, back up. Now he starts screaming, oh my God, she's touched me. You know how they do, right? Like white people love to provoke black and brown folk, and then they want to start screaming, crying like, oh, did you just see what they did? And it's like, you started it, okay? Decide to start, you gonna get back whatever you gonna get back. How about that? So he's screaming over here like, oh my God, she touched me. His wife is screaming over here. And why do women scream all the time on the side sometimes? Like y'all really do make it extra for no kind of reason, right? Now the daughters are screaming. And I was like, yo, back up. I said, don't you touch me. Don't you come up on me, right? I go sit back down. Y'all, he came back again. He came back again, okay? I literally turned around. You see, I had this book in my hand. I promise y'all, I hit him, boop, right here in the binding of the book, boop, tapped his ass on the head. And he was like, oh my God. I was like, if you don't back up, this is about to escalate into a whole nother thing. So now the manager jumps in between us like, no, madam, no. I said, oh, I'm good. Because the next time what's about to happen, I put my foot right in his ass. You heard me? All right? I done told him one time, don't touch me. Now you hear it with your little COVID spittle, okay? right? And even hear the word spittle, it feels like spit. And now you over here doing that, and now you gonna come back again? How you gonna come back again? Y'all were brothers and sisters, you guys know how fights happen. Back up. Don't come around me. If I told you to leave me alone, leave me alone. And now you wanna come back, you gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit. And you're lucky my sister ain't out here. Because my sister would have been out here, this whole shit would have been cleared out. And y'all already know you guys were brothers and sisters. You already know. We might fight, but we down for one another, okay? So now the guy, and then I turned right back around, went back to keeping it cute and classy, and I finished reading my book, okay? Finished my beer. These guys go and scuttle their asses back upstairs. Take your ass upstairs. Go back upstairs, finish my book, go over there. I see them sitting over there, and because I'm petty at times, I flicked them off. I was like, fuck you. I went to my room, I chilled, and then like the manager comes and he was like, madam, are you okay? I was like, I'm fine. I just don't understand why these people come to Africa and they think that they can talk to black people any way that they want to. You're a guest in this country. Well, I'm out here on my last day of my 2020 solo sojourn. It's a beautiful place out here, but one little tidbit. White people, if you don't like Africans, don't come to Africa. Now imagine if you're doing this out here on holiday, what you must be like when you're at home, right? Because that's all I'm thinking. Imagine this is a grown man who in front of his kids decides he wants to get into a whole conversation with another female, right? Like, send your wife over then if it's really that big of a deal, right? But then don't try to be all brolic out here because you're going to get hurt, right? You're going to meet the wrong one and she's going to fight you. And that's really what it's going to be. Anyways, I'm really annoyed with it. It really bothers me. Anyways, I kept it moving. Then the next morning when I woke up, another manager, I guess they had heard the story about what happened, right? Because you know these things be spreading like wildfire, right? It's like, yo, there's a girl over there. She's going nuts. She's hitting motherfuckers with books. Whatever. Anyway, so he's like, you know, madam, yesterday you were like a mighty lioness. The way you jumped on him. Ah, man, I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, I was, right? I was a little bit extra, wasn't I? But it's like, I'm over here on holiday. I'm paying for the same services, so I should be entitled to my quiet enjoyment as well, right? Anyway, so he was real sweet. So then he ended up was like, you know what? I'm gonna take you on your own private safari. And it was like, great. So he like takes me out into this like open safari, and we like came up on this like flatland, and it was just filled with giraffes, right? And generally all the safaris I've always been on, you usually see like giraffes like inside of bush, right? Like they're eating, they're inside of trees or whatever. But like, I have never seen them just open, flat space, just open out like that. I've never seen that, and I've been doing safaris since the 80s. But it was beautiful. It was amazing, you know? It was like just seeing the colors on the backdrop with the mountains in the background. There were some tourists over there who were on horses, and it was amazing because the giraffes were not nervous of horses, so they just had the giraffes like right next to them, right? It was amazing. It was great. And it made me feel, you know, justified in what I was doing, because obviously these guys also had seen that they'd probably been talking reckless to everybody around there. But these guys, because they're working in the hotels, you can't cuss them out. I don't work in this hotel. I'm gonna cuss you out. Ha ha! Here we are. So, you know, I don't like it. So if y'all didn't come out here, and especially any of our like non-browns and blacks who are coming out here, or even the browns, yeah? Because like these Indians, these Pakistanis, these Arabs, they be talking reckless, okay? So I'm saying it to all of y'all, excluding the blacks. Don't come out here with that nonsense. Like, for real, don't come out here with that nonsense, because it's obnoxious, and nobody needs to be spoken to like they're nobody, even if in your little pea brain you feel like you're justified in doing it. Don't do it, because you're going to meet the wrong one, right? You're going to meet someone like me, and you'll get bopped in the head with a book, right? Anyways, y'all, hope you enjoyed our story time. Like and subscribe. TIA Marketplace. Like, subscribe, tell your homies about it. Just kidding. All right. Well, not really kidding. Yeah. Tell your friends about it. If there's anything else you guys want to hear or talk about, or you want to hear my experience about what we've done, how do we deal with it, hit me up. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know. But see you good people next time. Bye.